What constitutes a journey? Where do journeys take us? For the case of many Jews since the beginnings of sophisticated human civilization, a journey was the path towards religious freedom, a path towards Israel and the Torah. The journey towards religious freedom and confidence, however, has been a constantly rocky one. Whether it may be escaping communism or totalitarianism, or escaping an overbearing religious majority, many Jews from Eastern Europe and the Middle East chose to immigrate to America, and their experiences and journeys in America as Jews have been dynamic. Whether it was losing or regaining faith, integrating American culture to Jewish practices or excluding them, the story of many American Jewish immigrants is one of revitalization and renewal.
From their first steps on American soil in 1654, many Jews were eager to extend the boundaries of American pluralism by expanding religious freedom in America to accommodate Judaism and other minority religions. In 1825, Mordecai Noah, a prominent Jewish journalist and politician at the time, called America the modern Ararat, or a temporary city of asylum. He promised his audiences that in America, under the influence of perfect freedom, Jews would, quote, cultivate their minds and acquire liberal principles. Noah didn't expect that America's important role in promotion and cultivation of Jewish restoration would become a sheer success in the late 1800s, and it was soon called the New Zion. America became a land of prosperity and job opportunity, and many immigrants already impoverished by persecution and drought in Europe sought a country already prosperous and free to revitalize their socio-economic and religious lifestyles. Before and after World Wars I and II, many more Jewish immigrants made the choice to immigrate to America because of its flourishing and diverse community of Jewish culture, religious sects, and social life. Traditional Jewish communalism was integrated with American individualism, composing free and mindful Jewish individuals who also actively participated in constructing Jewish recreational centers and synagogues. Struggles with anti-Semitism and assimilation were met with a strong sense of American and Jewish pride. These examples are among many reasons for why our ancestors made the choice to immigrate to the land of the free. Our generation now has a strong exposure to the multifaceted nature of culture and theology, yet we remain close to our Jewish spirits, which house the stories, cultures, and traditions of our ancestors. We are proud and assertive Americans and Jews who can express pride of our ancestry, all thanks to the great journey through struggle and doubt that our Jewish ancestors underwent in order to ensure the gallant persistence of Judaism.
My mom's family immigrated to the United States in the fall of 1979 from Uzbekistan, which was a republic in the former Soviet Union. They were sponsored by HIAS, a Jewish relocation agency, as part of the Jewish Federation. Ethnic and religious freedom fueled their journey because my family faced constant discrimination as Jews in the Soviet Republic, which denied them the freedom to travel and indulge in luxuries such as books and television. Liberation from hiding Judaism drove my grandfather to immigrate with his family to America. Their journey began in Vienna, Austria, then Rome, Italy, where they stayed for a month to wait for available visas. When their papers were cleared, they flew to New York and then arrived in Los Angeles.
I was a child, I was 9 years old, so definitely the struggle was a struggle for my parents and for my grandparents. It was definitely a difficult choice that they made when they left the Soviet Union, and the sacrifices were great. They had to give up their jobs, they had to give up their passports, they had to give up most of their possessions. They were allowed to leave only with $250 per person. It was hard, it was tough, and you also had to keep it a secret that you were leaving. You could not tell anybody, and for fear of some kind of action against you. And an interesting story is I was a kid, and I had a teacher, and the teacher obviously, I don't know, for whatever reason, was not aware that I was a Jew. And so when we were planning to leave, the school was notified, and so she came up to me, and I still remember, and I was like small, second grade, and she goes to me, "Oh, I didn't know that you were a Jew," as if it was some kind of bad thing, and especially to say something like that to a kid, that it just felt very weird. Well, you capitalize 100%. I was afforded all the opportunities that my parents did not have. In Russia, as a Jew, it was difficult to get a good education. There were quotas for Jews in universities. It was very difficult to get a job. There were quotas for Jews, at good positions. So when we came here, my parents did absolutely all they could to achieve the American dream. We were sent to Jewish schools, which obviously did not exist in Russia. And I was given all the opportunities, if I studied well enough, to get into any university that I wished to apply for a job and, not be branded as a Jew and being denied promotions. I feel comfortable within the American Jewish community, in terms of practicing, religion and participating in all the Jewish community events and activities, and I am proud to be part of the American Jewish community. But looking at my children, I know that they are very comfortable being who they are, growing up Jewish in the United States, and I hope they will be proud adult Jews in the United States.
My grandfather survived the Holocaust from Treblinka death camp, and he moved to Massachusetts using his electrical engineering skills that he acquired through working at Treblinka. He founded a toy company and employed my father, who now operates his own toy company. His presence and my own are attributed to my grandfather's ability to convince German guards that he was an electrical engineer. It should also be noted that the only acceptable map for Treblinka used in the Nuremberg trials was sketched by my grandfather.
Well, it was always there. It was in the background. My father lost his parents and his brother and sister, so it was part of my Jewish upbringing. I went to Hebrew school when I grew up. We kept kosher. I always knew that I was Jewish. It was always reinforced. As I got older, I went to Hebrew school. I sent my children to Jewish school. We attend synagogue on the high holidays. We are aware of all of the festivals. We have a Passover Seder. So I would say Judaism is pervasive in my life.
My mother hiked from Iran to Pakistan to flee hatred of the Jews. She then flew to Vienna, where she stayed for a few months. After planning to leave Vienna, she eventually escaped to New York, only as a penniless teenager. She then assimilated with thousands of other Jews there, and began to go to school in New York and work. After 6 years of living there, she safely came to California in 1991. The risks that she took never ceased to amaze me.
For example, in Iran, we can go to college because we are Jewish. First, the Muslim people can go. And another things is not free. We are scared to say I'm Jewish. Sometimes we have to act on Muslim to get everywhere. And another things for 5-6 years they not give us passport to get out from Iran because we are Jewish. I came home from Iran like 25 years ago. It was for a second time I tried to get out from Iran. First from Turkey I came, and I wasn't lucky to get out. And second time I got from Pakistan. And after that, after 1 year I was in the way, finally I get out. And I'm so happy I'm here. And I can do everything I want. I can send my kids to Jewish school. I can celebrate all the holiday and be together with my family and free to say to everybody I'm Jewish. And
As the children and grandchildren of immigrants, we are forever bound to our ties abroad. Soon enough, America will develop its own Jewish cultural customs, and it will be our responsibility to choose whether or not we wish to embody these new practices, uphold those of our parents, or choose not to associate.